Training camp, the precursor to the regular season. It's a time for a team to evaluate its roster, create competition, and build its identity. As the Broncos look to return to their winning tradition, they must first come together as a team.
Camp's gone great. Players are working hard. I think we're coming together as a team, both the veterans and the rookies. And I think we've formed a nice bond, and hopefully that will carry us through the season.
Competition is how you develop an identity. You realize and you find out who's going to go to war for you, who's going to compete for you. And it's good just to see, where the mental focus is, the physical focus is, and it's something that can help this team be special.
We had this offseason this year after going through a year of COVID where our young guys didn't get any offseason, they didn't get any preseason, they didn't get the training camp, nearly the training camp work that they normally get. Now this year to be able to have an offseason, to see them work and to watch these young guys grow, that's what I'm excited about, because a lot of these guys have taken big steps.
You never know, right, when you go into a camp what the identity is going to be, and there's a lot of new faces here, and I think we learned the identity early in camp. But this team is a tough team, it's physical, and they love to play the game, and I think that's really important, and I think that'll be their identity, a really tough physical football team. I think we have an identity, it's still coming out, it'll come out more in the regular season, but that's what this is all about, that's what training camp's for.
With training camp fully underway at the UC Health Training Center in Inglewood, Colorado, the Broncos take to the field to begin laying the foundation and shaping the team's identity.
The group we have is a hungry group. There's so many guys on this team that, who are eager to make that next jump into being elite, in this league, being of that caliber. It's guys who are hungry to, win. They want to experience winning. They're hungry to be the best football players that they can be. You come out and you see a guy like Vaughn, who Super Bowl MVP established in this league. He approaches each day as if it's his first time learning something.
As I get older, I really start to, I'm really falling into the world of, every team is just totally different. Every team is totally different. You can't really do comparisons. Here on this team, we just got everybody really with everybody. Everybody is cool with everybody. And that's the key element of having a great team. Because if you don't know your teammate, how can you compete for your team? How can you put your neck down for your teammate? If you don't know him, if you don't know his family, if you don't know where he's from, if you don't know what he's been through to get to this point, if you don't know all of the stuff about your teammates, how can you put your back on the line for them on Sundays?
Now, you can really start to see people building bonds, man, and that's what it's really about. Because, like I was telling some players, man, once you build that relationship with some guys and you go out there, you play harder. You play harder when you got more than just a business relationship with that person. And I think that's what we're gonna need to, to get over that hurdle. We want to be a great team, but we gotta have that bond, man. So when that guy out there, I really know, he gonna do whatever he can and whatever he need to do to get that job done, because he don't want to let me down. And I feel like that's where that outside bond, outside of the business, that's where that plays a factor.
It's not a group where you see a bunch of guys who think they figured it out, they know it all. It's a group of guys that take coaching. They're sponges. They're hungry and they're thirsty for information. They're thirsty to have success and be the best that they can be in this league. And it gives me chills right now just thinking about the youth, and the mixture of older guys who pour back into the youth in this locker room. It's great balance, and it's something that can help this team be special.
The energy most definitely different last year. Last year, my first year coming in, so you don't really know the guys, or you only know the people that you come in with. So now this year, knowing everybody, building the chemistry with everybody, really building the team and having, like you said, a lot of camaraderie.
It's one of the best teams that I've been on and off the football field. And yeah, it'll be good. That 2015 team was great. You know, we did everything together. I can't compare everybody to the no-fly zone and, you know, the defensive line that we had and Damaris and Emmanuel. I can't compare everybody to that. But this team is special in its own right, and I'm excited to see what these guys do.
As the team arrives in Minnesota for joint practices with the Vikings, players prepare for fresh competition.
Let's see what the mall talking about. They got the loops too?
What's up?
They got all the loops. This is like a real roller coaster.
Oh yeah, this is, oh yeah. They go
It's like it's like for real.
It's for real, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to get started right there. Any last words?
I've been on too many roller coasters. This ain't gonna faze me. Oh. Oh! Y'all scared? Nah, I know. It's not that bad. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Yo! Oh! Oh! Oh man! First things first, you know, I just want to, you know, build team camaraderie around the guys. I think that's the biggest thing, especially evolving into the NFL as a rookie. You just want to build team chemistry. And, you know, I just want to go out there and do what's best for the team. You know, first year, you know, make some plays, all that. You know, I'm just excited. You know, having them vets, especially in the DB room, I think it's a great experience for me. You know, they've been through the in and outs of the league, and, you know, just gaining insight from them, I think it helped me a lot. First NFL game, I'm looking forward to it. I might be a little anxious, but you know, you always gonna have that first game, first NFL game, so I might be a little nervous, but like once I get out there, I'm gonna be good.
Down to 5, shotgun time, 4-man rush. Browning throws a pass right side, pass is picked off. This is going to be a house call, and welcome to the NFL, Patrick Surtain.
Don't throw it over there. Don't throw it over there. Nate. Big first game. Nate, what you do with it? Nate, you know, I just read stuff, man. I thought they come up. I knew it was gonna come though. I called it before. It just wasn't on camera.
And the Broncos victorious in the preseason opener from Minnesota. Final score, Denver 33, Minnesota 6.
You know, I've enjoyed it. It was time for me to kind of step out of the GM role. I think the timing was right. Obviously, I feel like we've really hired a tremendous general manager in George Paton. We've had a tremendous offseason, but I'm really excited about where I am. I'm still excited to be involved with the Broncos and overseeing the football operations, being involved in some of the decisions. I've really enjoyed that. I enjoy having a different relationship with the coaches and the players, not being the decision maker day to day anymore. And so I'm excited about where I am and excited about, you know, giving my advice and of what I've gained over my career with the Broncos as well as in the NFL.
He's a sounding board for me, and you need that in my role. You need a sounding board, and what better sounding board from a GM that's won a Super Bowl, from a quarterback that's won 2 Super Bowls. So I'm very fortunate in my seat, and then Vic as well. Vic's been in the league, you know, I don't want to say, you know, because it'll reveal how old he is. But I mean, to have Vic and John, you know, it's 2 great sounding boards for me, and so it's been really good.
Well, it's been awesome. I mean, George is great to work with, and you know, he's a great communicator. He likes to talk things through, and so the discussions have been tremendous. And you know, I like what he's about. I like where he works and his work ethic and what he's done for the organization so far. And I think it's just going to continue to get better. But it's a tremendous working relationship with George, and I think that's what's made the transition for me so much easier too. And the fact that I'm really happy to be with here, where I am, sitting in the chair I am now, but also having the trust in George that you know, he's going to lead the Broncos for a long, long time. And so it's been great, and I look forward to continuing to be great.
Success is where opportunity meets preparation. As the team heads to Seattle for its second preseason game, players look to make their case in solidifying their spot on the 53-man roster.
The All-Pro safety. Shotgun snap. Bridgewater, quick throw, right side, into the hands of KJ Hamler. Touchdown, Denver. Pressure on the way. Magoo sets up the screen. It's well diagnosed, and it's going to be an interception. That's Deshaun Williams.
I got the best hand. On the team. I got the best hand.
The Broncos now 2-0 in the preseason as they beat the Seattle Seahawks 30-3.
Competition. It brings out the best in an individual. It raises their game. It develops leaders. With training camp nearing an end and the regular season on the horizon, the Broncos have made their decision on a starting quarterback.
It was a total body of work, starting with the first day of training camp all the way through the Seattle game. But I would say that sometimes in the practices against Minnesota may have been more important and telling than even the game was, because it was more ones against ones a good bit of the time. And so all of that combined led us to the decision we made.
It wasn't one decision, it was a full body of work. Going back to the off-season program, to training camp, getting into the games, and it was a really close competition, but you know, we just feel Teddy right now gives us the best chance to win.
You know, yeah, we're competing against each other, but at the same time, I'm a man who wants to see everyone have success. I want to see everyone succeed, everyone at their best. So in a competition where it's like, yeah, I want the job, you know, it's one of those deals where it's like, well, I'm going to compete in a way that if I don't get the job, I'm going to make sure that this guy is ready, you know, in every aspect. And that's just how I approach it. You know, it's one of those deals where whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. So I can't make it about me. You know, it's about the team. And you compete within a certain way to where you're elevating yourself and elevating the guy next to you.
Thought it brought out the best of them both, and really all our positions, we want that competition because it's just going to bring out the best in your football team.
One of those deals where it brings out the best in you as a person and as an athlete. You learn a lot of things about yourself when you're competing.
Teddy's a leader. He's a natural leader, and I think Teddy will help galvanize this young offense, you know, and stabilize. Last year, you know, there was a lot of, I mean, you had a rookie center, we got young receivers, and a calming presence like Teddy, I think will bring everyone together, and I think we'll get their best.
You have to be somebody that the other players view as a hard worker and is committed to being the best they can be, and is a team player.
I feel like you got to just be genuine, you know, be yourself. And guys will gravitate towards you when they know that you're real. You can get a guy to run through a brick wall for you because they know that when it all boils down, you got their back. You're not going to turn on them if things hit the fan. That's why I love it. I love being in a position of leadership because at the end of the day, I just want to see everyone succeed, have success.
As the final preseason game approaches, the finish line is in sight. But for some players, it's just the beginning as they look to step on the field for the first time since their season-ending injuries.
I can't allow myself to think cautiously, being like, hey, you know, don't forget about your leg. Like, man, if I think like that, I'm not gonna be able to go out there and do nothing. I gotta go out there and, you know, similar mindset to what I've had going into these practices, you know. I gotta go get better. I gotta go out there and do what I'm supposed to do. I got a lot of people that, you know, look for me to go beat court, and that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm gonna do, go beat court.
Going through the offseason that I did and fighting back from injury, and I still want to be Defensive Player of the Year. I still want to lead the league in sacks. I still want to be the greatest defensive football player that this world has ever seen. And that's going out there and getting sacks and rushing the quarterback with Bradley Chubb and making sure this secondary that we have has as little time to cover as possible because me and Bradley Chubb are on their ass.
We for sure talked about it, and I know coming off his injury last year, he wants to prove to everybody that he's still Von Miller, and I see it every day. We see it all the time, so we're excited to see what he does and how we gel together, man. It's gonna be fun.
I'm looking forward to these opportunities, you know, each day, each week, each game, they all gonna be, you know, a stepping stone for the next. And yeah, man, just continuing to demand a lot out of myself, making each day better than the last.
A homecoming for some, a debut for others, as the team returns to Empower Field at Mile High for the first time this season. With the final preseason game set in a fan-filled sea of orange, there is a lot to look forward to.
Throws a ball that is going to be caught in the end zone, and that is a Broncos touchdown, and that is Cortland Sutton. And that is the final game in this preseason. The Broncos have beaten the Rams 17-12. They wind up 3-0.
Howdy. Hey. Getting both of you guys at the same time?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, take us through just how it felt to get back on the field for both of you guys being out so long.
Good, man.
Well, for myself, I say, you know, it was definitely a blessing to be able to be back on the field. You know, it's a lot of hard work to be able to get back into this space of being able to go play a game. And, you know, it was nice to be able to go out there and be with the guys and be able to do it in front of Broncos country. You know, it was amazing to be able to see, you know, all the fans out there, you know, hear them, you know, cheering for us. It was amazing, you know, gets you hyped for the regular season.
You know, it was great to see all these guys, you know, come back from injury. It was good to see Alberto and Cortland, all these guys, and myself as well. And whenever you're in rehab, all you think about is, man, I can't wait to play football. I can't wait to play. And then when you get out there, you really don't think about it. It's always the next play. It's always about doing something for your team, getting a sack, doing it for the win. You don't really like reflect on rehab and stuff. But I did kind of look up and really take in the type of environment that we have here in Broncos country. You know, we had 53,000 fans here. You know, last year we didn't have any. And it just felt really, really good to be back in the stadium and be back with all the guys. It was a great day.
They need to love ball. They need to love it. And if you don't love this game, it's hard to win. And I think we have a lot of players on this team that love to play the game.
We just got to be fearless, you know? I just think guys just got to be fearless and really just really not give a about what the situation is. We just going to go out there and play our best football.
We got guys who can make plays, guys who can play anywhere on the field. So as a group, I feel like we're really hungry, you know, got a lot to prove.
It can either make you or break you. But when you got a team full of young guys that's been in the battlefield and not having the success they want, you know, you become hungry after that, you know what I mean? You become hungry.
We have to win football games, and that's what our fan base expects, and you know, that's what we expect out of ourselves.
You know, it's a team that won't back down from anyone, and a team that's together. When everything is together and it's molded tight, those links are hard to break.
And I'm just excited to get us all on the field healthy and just to see what we can do. If we're going to be the same football team that we were in the preseason, we'll win a lot of games.
Don't throw it over there. Don't throw it over there.